And these aren't small areas, right? There's huge areas that are this type of landscape. There's lots of areas in Canada, there's lots of areas around the globe that are that type of sensitive, water-dominated environment. But it's water-dominated because the summers are so short, so evaporation is relatively small, and the permafrost stops water from infiltrating deep into the ground. So it keeps the water close to the surface. That's going to all fundamentally change unless we fix the climate emergency. It's getting warmer. It's been getting warmer for a long time. Right near the Beaufort Sea, Arctic Ocean coast, from sort of November through to May, say, you would often get 20 to 40 days a year where the temperature was below minus 40 degrees C, daily average temperature. Over the last 10 or more years, there are virtually no days when it's below minus 40 in these areas of Canada. In addition, though, it's drying in all seasons. So there's less rainfall in the summer, less snowfall in the winter. The snow-free season, the snow-covered season, is getting shorter as we go on as long. So snow is less important. Summer is becoming much longer, much warmer. And in terms of precipitation, anyway, it's getting drier. So the top few meters of the permafrost are probably 50 to 80% ice. So as that permafrost thaws, the ground will slump around it. So it's sort of the slumping of the ground. The effects of that on the lakes and the hydrology really isn't known, but I think it will have catastrophic effects on this environment. These are extremely remote areas used by local populations for eternity. They fish, they hunt, they have cabins out on these lakes. So when I'm asked by different groups in Inuvik, Inuvialuit groups, or Gwich'in groups, how's the water in these systems going to change in the future? And what's it going to be like? What's going to happen to the streams I fish in, the lakes that I fish in, the lakes I hunt in? How are they going to change? I sort of have to tell them I don't really know. I know it's going to change. I know the permafrost is going to change and it's going to have dramatic impacts on these environments. But the details of that, I really don't know. I think it's going to be catastrophic type changes. Well, it's not too late. It's too late for change. Change is happening and change will continue to happen. I think what we need to do is limit carbon emissions to the atmosphere and bring down, or at least flatten the increase in CO2 concentration in the atmosphere, and stabilize the global climate at the Paris agreed lower limit of 1.5 degrees C. And then I think the other thing that people really have to start considering is that it's not really about climate change over the next decade. These are long-term impacts that are going to be hundreds or thousands of years. So there's lots of really interesting literature about what responsibility we currently have to future generations. Everybody's concerned about protecting their children's lives and having them the best. Well, what about their grandchildren and their great-grand? How far out do you go before people stop to really worry about those future generations? And I think we need to have a real conversation about we're making decisions today that will impact future generations unborn generations thousands of years from now.